Hello, boys and girls. It's Miss Singleton here with a new letter for you. The letter is V. It makes the sound like V, V. Can you make the sound V for your parents right now? Did you do it, boys and girls? V. All right, do you know how sometimes when you play with cars, you make the sound vroom, vroom? Well, that's the sound that a V makes, V. Now, we are going to learn how to write a V. Do you remember how at school we will put our finger up in the air to make a letter in the air? We have our magic pen that's our finger. So you can do that, or you can follow along here with me on the screen. To make a V, we go down and up. Super simple, right? Just down and up. There's no curvy parts that go in circles. There's no parts that dip down or have dots. It's just down and up. Do you see how there's a point at the end? Last time we learned about U, and U looks a little bit like this, but there's no point on a U. So you know when you see a point at the bottom like that, that it's V, down and up. All right, boys and girls, so when we are at school and we practice our letters, we learn how to write them. I am going to fill in this V. First I'm going to write it. I wrote it. Now I'm going to fill it in. I'm going to color it. Do you know why I'm using the color purple for my V? I'll tell you. It's because there's another word for a purple color. The color is called violet. Violet. It's a pretty word. And violet is another color of purple. So I thought I would use purple to make the V because of the color violet. Sometimes there are girls whose name is Violet, and I think that's a pretty name. Now, what else can we do with this V? At school, sometimes we use dot paint or we put things on it, like sparkles. I am going to use sticks, boys and girls. I'm going to make a V out of sticks. Oops. And when you're at home, you might make letters out of sticks too. You could find sticks outside in your yard, and you could make letters out of them. Am I almost done? I think I moved some by accident. I got this side. Now I need to put them on this side too. All right, so now I have the V made out of sticks. I want to make it prettier. What else could I put on that would make it prettier? I have an idea. I'm going to put dandelions on it. It would be nice if I had a flower that starts with a V. Not only is violet a color and a girl's name, but there's a flower called a violet. This isn't that flower. This is just dandelions, but that's okay. So, I'm almost done. I'm knocking the sticks out of the way a little bit, though. All right, does my V look good? I think I'm gonna put another flower on it. There. So what could you make a V out of at home? Sticks, maybe dandelions, or something else you have. All right, now we're gonna talk about words that start with V. I'm gonna show you some. I made a list right here. The first word I have is video. So I drew a picture of, it could be a cell phone or a TV, because a lot of times you watch videos on your parents' phone. You might be watching this video right now on your parents' phone. So that is video. Do you hear the V sound? Video. Now the next word, boys and girls, is van. Van. And I drew a picture of a van. The next word I have for you is very. Now there's not a good picture for very because it's not a thing. It's saying how much something is. Like you might say, I love you very much, Mom. So I drew a picture of a girl holding her arms out wide to say how much she loves her mom. She loves her mom very, very much. So the word very starts with a V. Very. And the next word, boys and girls, is vase. A vase is something that you might keep flowers in. Vase. I have some more words, boys and girls. This is one of my favorites. Vegetable. Do you like vegetables? Do your parents like you to eat vegetables? So I drew some vegetables. And this is a long word, isn't it? Vegetable. And my next word, boys and girls, is violin. Have you ever heard a violin play music? It's so pretty. Violin. It's such beautiful music, boys and girls. If you're interested to hear what it sounds like, maybe your parents could pull up a video of someone playing a violin and you can hear how beautiful it sounds. The next word, boys and girls, is volcano. Do you know what a volcano is? A volcano is a special type of mountain that can have fire and lava come out of it. It doesn't happen a lot, so it's not something to be worried about. It's just something that happens sometimes. We don't have any volcanoes where we live, but it's a really cool thing to see if you ever get to see a volcano. Volcano. Do you hear the V sound? Volcano. Now, I have a funny word for you. It's a name, actually. This one is Velmer, and I put that one up because my grandpa's name is Velmer. So I drew a little picture of my grandpa. Does he look funny? He has a bald head and hair on each side and glasses. And his name starts with a V. Velmer. Now my next word, boys and girls, is Vivian. It's a name. It's Lucy's little sister. A girl at school named Lucy in our class on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I drew a picture of Lucy with her baby sister. That's Lucy. And that's Vivian. Her baby sister's name is Vivian. It starts with a V. Vivian. And boys and girls, Vivian has 2 V's in her name. Here's one V, and here's the other V. Vivian. She's got lots of V's, doesn't she? Boys and girls, those are the words that I have for you today. And now I want to see if you can find the V in some words. Okay, so I'm going to show you different words. Now, all of these words start with a V. Do you see how at the beginning of each word there's a V? There's a V at the very beginning of all those words. But I'm going to show you words that don't have V's at the beginning. I'm going to show you words that have V's hidden somewhere inside them, and you're going to have to figure out where the V is. Can you do that? It'll be like a game. It'll be like a search. You have to find out where the V is in the word. So this is the first word. It's, I'm going to put it up here so we can see it better. The word is olive. Now, sometimes you might eat olives. You might eat olives on pizza or in salad or in pasta or sometimes just by themselves. The word is olive. Can you look and see if you see a V in there anywhere? Now, to give you a hint, I'm going to remind you, a V looks like this. It goes down to a point and then up. So let's see if you can find it. You point to where it is so that your grown-up can see. All right, friends, we'll see if you got it. I'm going to erase the V and write it again in red. All right, so the V was right there. I'm going to have to set that down a minute so that I can get my marker open. All right, sorry about that. That was where the V was. I'm going to make that a little bit neater. I think I'll make it big so you can see it better. All right, so that's where the V was. Let's try another one. This word is love, like you love your mommy and daddy. You point to the V in love. All right, boys and girls, I'm going to erase the V and rewrite it in red. We'll see if you got it. Did you get it? It's that right there. All right, now the next word is oven. Like your parents cook dinner in the oven. See if you can figure out where the V is in that word. All right, I'm gonna erase it and we'll see if that was the right one. Did you get that one? It's right here. Now the next word, boys and girls, is cover. Like the cover of a book, or you might cover up something. Sometimes when we have show and tell at school, we'll put something on top of your show and tell item to cover it, because that way it'll stay a surprise until you're ready to show it to the class. Like when you brought a toy in and we covered it up with a box lid so it could be a surprise. All right, so you look for the V in cover. All right, I'm gonna erase it and we'll see if you knew where it was. Did you get it? It's right here. All right, the next word is brave. Like you are very brave. You weren't afraid, or you were afraid, but you did it anyway. Like sometimes when you go to the doctor and you need to have a shot, you are brave to get that shot. All right, so I erased part of my V there, or part of my N there, but can you still, let's see. I'm gonna try to fix that. All right, so the V is right here. All right, the next word. I have 3 more words. Can you do it? Beehive. A beehive is where bees live. Beehive. You look for the V. There's a lot of letters. See if you can find the V. All right, I'm gonna show you where it is now. There it is, boys and girls, right here. My marker's running out of ink. Let's see what else I can use. Oh, here's a big marker. I'll use this one. I need to put it down again. Sorry about that. Sometimes the markers get a little bit dry. Do you remember at school when we use markers and sometimes we need to get new markers because they get dry? So I'm gonna put, all right, we have 2 words left, boys and girls. This is the word believe. Like you believe in God. All right, so you look for the V in that word. There's a V in that word somewhere. Find it. All right, should I show you where it is now? It's right here. See, I'm gonna draw it in. There we go, and then we have 1 left. The last word is activity. There's a V somewhere in that word. Do you know how sometimes at school, well, we do activities all the time, but the word activity, there's a V somewhere in there. You gotta find it. Did you find it? I'm gonna show you where it is now. And if you found it, that's great. And if you didn't find it, you'll be able to see it now. All right, it's right here, boys and girls. Activity. You did such a good job with finding the V's in all those words. You are just like detectives. All right, now, I have one more thing to do. I thought that we could get out some Play-Doh and make a V. So I'm gonna move these out of the way. Move our little dandelions. Do you have dandelions that grow in your yard, boys and girls? I have a lot of dandelions growing in my yard. They're pretty because they're yellow, but I don't really want them to grow in the yard. All right, so now that those are moved, I'm going to open this Play-Doh can. And I'm gonna get some Play-Doh out and we're gonna make a V. And if you have Play-Doh at home, you could be making letters too. You can watch me so that you know how to do it. If I can ever get the Play-Doh out. It's stuck, boys and girls. I might need 2 hands. Oh, there it goes. All right, so I'm going to squeeze the Play-Doh. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. You have to use big, strong muscles to squeeze the Play-Doh. I'm gonna squeeze it until it's a nice long shape because that'll be the easiest way to make a letter. If I make it nice and long. Now you might have rollers at home, like we have rollers at school for the Play-Doh so you can roll it out. You might have that at home, or your mom might have one for cooking, for when she's making food. So you could use that at home if you have it. All right, so I got a lot of Play-Doh, but when I do this, it looks like a U. Let me show you. Do you remember last time we looked at the letter U? When I have that, it looks like a U because U's have 2 lines, but they're curvy on the bottom. A V has 2 lines, but it's pointy on the bottom. So how can I make this look like that? U's are curvy, V's are pointy. Let's see, maybe, all right, I'm gonna put it right on there. Maybe if I stretch it out, almost, it's almost there, not quite. All right, I think I got it, boys and girls. I'm gonna fix that part. I think I did it. I got a Play-Doh V. Can you make a Play-Doh V? I hope you can. Why don't you give it a try? Or if you don't have any Play-Doh at home right now, you could make your V out of something else, like I made mine out of twigs and flowers. All right, friends, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.